I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
And very pleasant good day to you, and welcome curling fans around the world. This is the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational here from the Martensville Curling Center. We have this B event matchup between Jenna Enge and Ashley Thevenot. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Terry Corbin. Terry?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and we have both refreshed ourselves here, and we are ready to roll for some more action.
Yeah, we're going to start it off with the center guard thrown, and we're coming right around it to the top of the fourth, although it looks like it's not quite going to get there, but we're off to a pretty good start.
And it is Enge with hammer there, throwing the redstones.
We don't know a whole lot about these two teams.
Well, Thevenot's team throwing now. Last year was the Saskatchewan champion as third. Moved up to skip this year and then brought in at third Brittany Tran from Skurlick's squad. You know, they dropped their first game to Watling and then had a good win against Park. Enge, on the other hand, third is Brett Barber. The second, Christine Gamble, and Emily Blaze is the lead. Had a win against McCartney first, and then took a tough one on the nose to Brown. And that's why they're both here in the B event, this triple knockout format. This one has a long way to come if it's going to do anything. We're here in our Churchill Brewing Company house. Thank them for their support of curling.
Be interesting to see if she can hit this in such a way that she gets an inside roll, if it pushes that red one out or comes off the back of it. We're about to find out. This is really curling. She's got the top one, does she not? Oh, well, see?
Yeah. Look at that little ricochet, little pinball.
We've seen a few of those today already.
Yes, we have. So here is second stone, Christine Gamble.
The Thevenot team has the hammer. Good shot.
Definitely a well thrown rock there. Lots of curling going on all over the place.
There sure is.
Have the event in Penticton. Big event on the men's side with $100,000 up for grabs.
Yeah, nice purse.
And Terry, I got good news. I mean, you can stay up to date on that on Curling Zone.
Yes, and I've tried to do my best.
And they're right there, and there's links to all the games, so there's no reason why you can't have us up on 4 browsers, 2 iPhones, and a tablet.
That's right.
So interesting position here now after 6 stones.
Yeah.
They're gonna wrap one around here. Will Thevenot squad.
Yeah, this is not without risk either. I mean, she really has to bury it to avoid a possible double.
Reminder, it is Enge with the hammer here in the first. So the second stone from Gamble on the way. That is going to have the right weight, but it's not going to have the sufficient degree of buryage.
Yeah, that was kind of the risk that she was taking on with playing that shot. Certainly she could play half rock double. I think that was the call.
And probably lie 3 after this.
She might have trouble hanging on with the shooter here.
Here's Brett Barber. Sorry, Gamble with her second. Gonna curl up nicely. There you go. You kiss it and slide it out. And gonna sit 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah. That's a good shot. And, I mean, once again, I love the position of the red rocks controlling the top of the house there.
They did hold on to that shooter. Almost were line 3, but
yeah,
still a very good spot to be in. So looks like they're gonna take on a hit and roll here.
I thought when she put down the broom, it was kind of the same kind of call come around, but yes, she's elected for this in-turn hit. This thing's curling hard.
Well, makes the hit, clears out that congestion in the back. It's Enge line 1, 2.
So she's calling the straight come around by the looks of it. Again, this comes with the same type of risk that Team Thevenot had with their come around. If you leave it out in the open, this is not going to be good, but this is heavy.
And it's going to go all the way back into the 12-foot. Probably third shot at the moment, but not ideal.
I think you're right. I think it is the third shot.
Now, if you hit just the edge of that with Peel, does it come back and you get the triple?
You might.
Get a quarter ready for the replay machine.
Yeah. I can't see if they're dead even or not.
Oh, I think it's might just be right. Let's see. Should be able to get 2 to go for sure. Big weight for Brittany Tran.
Sweeping hard, too.
Gotta hold it up there. Oh, you reckon the guard.
Yeesh.
About the only thing you couldn't do there.
That's right, yeah.
And they were on it every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just could not hold it there.
This is a chance for Team Enge to really take control of this end.
Indicate they want to drill just around the top 4. Probably look to get edge on edge here. Did you leave any out there?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would certainly think she would look at coming down to it as a possibility. That double looks pretty inviting. Might even get the triple out of it. Although I think the red one on the 4-foot might, or sorry, the rock that's going into that red rock on the 4 may get caught over there on the side by that yellow rock. Either way, it probably seems like the best of the options. As she's even seen that that's a possibility. It might get caught there.
It might get enough of the back of it to still go, but
I think it will go. It's just a question of where she hits that rock. The thinner she makes contact with that rock on the 4-foot, the better for her. It's when you look at the 2 different angles. When you look at it from the thrower's point of view, it doesn't really look like it's that possible, but from that view right there, it looks very possible.
so Jenna Enge is in a good position, and actually Thevenot is going to have to try to bail her team out here with her first.
Yeah, and making that triple would go a long way in doing that.
The skip on the way with her first. This looks to be outside a little bit. And what happens? Will it go? You get 1. Do you even get the second one to go?
Don't think so.
No. And you leave them still lying 3. 2 at least, rather. Tight between the top 12 and back 12. I think it might be yellow up top by a whisker, but don't quote me on that one.
I think you're probably right there.
So
Definitely
Jenna,
2.
Yep, so Jenna skates on back. Gonna make it 3 for sure right now.
Yeah, she would like to keep this well above the tee line. I'm gonna guess a full 8 foot would be what she's looking at. This does not look like it is light.
First one's on the way. It's down that track, which we've thrown quite a bit this end. Starting to keen, and it's probably all keened up. It's going to come on down and be right on the tee line.
Now we get, I guess, see all the risk here involved. I mean, she ideally wants to hit this and roll under. But I mean, a lot of scenarios exist. She could hit that on the nose, get rid of 2. She could hit that a little on the, I'm going to suggest that she's playing the out turn, so she could hit a little on the low side, jam it. There's a lot of things that could happen here. I would think that the best plan is that she makes the roll first. But again, making the roll doesn't guarantee her a full out. She's Team Enge would have that yellow, red run back, or yellow, red, run back. Yellow, red, I don't know what I'm saying, but let's go with yellow, red, run back. There's that last R got me in trouble.
Either way, you need a good one here.
That's right. Let's go with that.
Ashley Thevenot with her final in the first, facing a bundle.
She's elected to throw this rather quiet, which I think is probably a good choice, but it needs to curl.
This does need to curl. It's hanging out there. Got to get it over real close. Do you get anything in the way by? No, you don't. And that is going to be a hit for 3 and possibly 4.
Yeah, I'm sure Team Enge would take a 3 spot off the bat. I like the probability here. They've thrown enough rocks down this spot. They really know what it does. Team Thevenot elected to play it rather quiet. Maybe she just had a little bit too much ice, but I would think that similar weight is called for here.
So Jenna Enge, final stone of the first. Looking to make 3 or 4 right now. Back and forth. Now plays to hold it.
Yeah, she's got a lot of room to roll.
Make the shot, hold it. So there you go. You got 1, 2, 3 for sure. Now let's take a look at the other one.
I think you're right. I think the yellow one is probably 4 shot.
Still haven't made a call yet, and now they do. So it's at least 3. We'll find out more when we come back.
Don't forget your brooms. Yep, you got it.
wanna throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
We're back here in Martensville. It's the Curling Stadium, Martensville Invitational. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Terry Corbin, and we're happy to have you with us here on Curling Stadium. It was a 3-spot right off the bat, and now Thevenot is going to have to manufacture something on the way back here. You can pay attention to all the different games we have going on Curling Zone. Lots of action from Penticton and other places. All those scores are right there on our homepage. Look on the left-hand side. And if you haven't done it already, what are you waiting for? Like and subscribe to us. Really helps us out. One thing that was not in the plan was to hog that stone.
Yeah, no kidding. Team Enge couldn't have asked for a better start, really. I mean, again, I know I harp on this quite a bit, but when you're controlling the top half of the house and just out front, there's so many good things that can happen. And it really did force Team Thevenot to try some shots that originally they were really difficult shots. Now she had an out at the end there with a hit and roll that she didn't make, but having control of that upper half of the house really, changes some shot selections in your favor.
Here's Cailey Skinner. And this one's better. Still really high, though.
Yeah.
Looking to put another one in here in the 12-foot. Is Ashley Thevenot. She won't get a chance to do that until Enge's team throws a rock.
Priceless when you catch yourself, right?
Yeah. So a chance for a double takeout on a roll underneath the corner, so this is an opportunity. On the way from Taylor Stremick.
Rusher's got got their head down.
Get the 1, get the 2. Come on, push. Now you can go. Get it out. And you don't clear it. So after hitting stick, you'll still be facing 2 stones. I was expecting a hair more weight there, Terry.
Yes. Yeah, I was too. And again, we're not privy to all their hand signals and what they may or may not mean, and then we have no confirmation either whether the skip is given ice or hog to hog times to the players as feedback or not. So,
well, a hit and stick is made for Team Enge from Biggar, Saskatchewan. Admittedly, I had no idea about anything about Biggar, Saskatchewan, so I went on to the world's repository of knowledge, Wikipedia, of course.
Yeah.
And the first thing that popped out of me was a town sign that said, New York is big, but this is bigger. Make that hit. Can they spin it? Can they spin it? Oh, not quite.
Yeah, Ashley seems to want to be a little patient here. I guess the natural instinct when you're down 3 is to go try and get them all back at once. But electing to play that hit on the biter there at the front.
So now coming right on in under cover.
Mm-hmm. And by playing the that she did, I mean, this was always going to be Team Enge's next shot.
And first indication is that they're going to make a play on that and dig that out. And there's not much of that to dig.
That really isn't a lot of ice for, to try and hold your shooter.
So Brittany Tran, the rock on the way.
I got the signal from the skipper that she was a little outside. And
staying outside.
Yeah.
And remaining outside.
Yeah, I don't really understand that call, really. You're down 3-0. You need to generate some offense, and by playing hits on shots that are behind cover and trying to stick around, you're asking a lot.
So now Team Enge is perfectly content to just throw on another one in.
Exactly. This one's hanging as well.
Yeah, but there it goes now.
Yeah, there it goes.
I think it's going to end up just fine, partner.
Yeah, it is. I like that. I like that result.
Right there, top hat weight. Good shot by Barber there.
If it was a toque that he was wearing, we'd say he got it on the tassel.
So, not a lot of good options.
Yeah.
Do you ever just draw around it to the forefoot and
Yes.
hope there you go. Oh my goodness, I was right.
I don't like to be critical of other people's decisions, but it doesn't look like she's got a plan of how she wants to attack this game.
You have to tell our colleague Sean Joyce called a shot correctly there.
Yeah, you're pretty late in the end to be ripping that and down 3. Your last shot isn't going to get much easier. So trying to throw one in the forefoot might have been a good idea. What was the worst that could happen? You leave it in the open, and Team Enge rolls in behind it, and now you're really screwed.
So here comes the center guard attempt. Once again, way out there, but really looking like this side of the sheet has got a heavy bend that way.
Yeah, there it starts to take the break, and might have a little bit more weight than she wanted, but it looks like it's almost to the rocks.
Well, you might get a way out of this now with a blank. Just pound the ever-living daylights out of that. You get 2 of them to go. If you hit it right in the nose, your shooter's going to be there too. I don't think that middle one ever goes, but we've been surprised already.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I don't think the middle one's going very far.
Although I see how it could be possible. Just unlikely. Either way, this will not be quiet. This is one of the ones where the broom is down, and which turn are you throwing? It doesn't matter.
Throwing the one that'll make the triple, coach. At least that way you can say, it wasn't there.
So Ashley, Thevenot, coming at it with parking lot weight.
The middle one will drag, so yeah, it was never going.
Well, they got the 2, but
oh yeah, two of them were going. I mean, I don't want to say automatically because nothing's automatic, but yeah, 2 of them to spill was pretty. I'm gonna say easy. But yeah, that middle one was just going nowhere. And now Jenna can just kind of throw another cap on that, and then we're back to, Ashley's going to have to draw the forefoot for her one.
Put a cap on it, a guard. That means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it were me, I mean, I'd certainly think about going around the whole shoot and caboodle there. Make it even a better shot. Leave it open on the high side by playing the intern, and maybe that's what she's gonna do now. I don't know. She's come down to change her mind. Oh, no, don't like that. Don't like that.
So what makes that bad?
Well, I mean, you're playing in a very restricted area, so she is playing with. Oh my gosh, they're throwing it from the center line out. She needs to be, you know, well, she needs to be. I was going to say full 12 foot, but she really needs to almost be biting the 8 foot. So you're just playing with a very restricted area, and she doesn't make it. You've given Ashley a shot at making the raise there on of her own rock onto the red one for 2. I would definitely, I'd be thinking guard all day, and it wouldn't take much to talk me into let's go around it.
So here's Enge with her final. Needs to get past the guard first. It just does. Now, does it have the weight left or even get past the second guard?
Yeah, see now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you just really theoretically gave her 2 points. I mean, she didn't count on missing that, but in terms of degree of difficulty, I'm sure the guard was much easier. She just played it for all intents and purposes, and I think if you really want to put pressure on the other team, you go around.
So final stone up coming, and number 2.
This would be such a gift if she can get 2.
This needs to curl up just a little bit. They're trying to bring it over. It looks like it's going to be just okay on the beak. Yeah. There you go, and you got your deuce. So, Thevenot gets 2 in the second. It's 3-2. We'll be back from Martensville right after this on Curling Stadium.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
And Horgan's team.
Back here, it's the third end. An absolute gift of a deuce for Ashley Thevenot.
Yeah, I think Ashley just put Jenna on her Christmas card list.
So how many cards do you still send out?
That's a good one.
I didn't mean it as a joke. It was a question.
Yeah, well, I mean, I long ago stopped sending cards, Christmas cards.
I still like getting them. I send them out, but I do send them to less people every year. Now, during the pandemic, I think I sent one to absolutely everyone who I'd ever seen.
Yeah, well, those were strange times.
So if you're sitting here and you're Jenna Enge, you just have to try to just shelf that and say that, well, let's try to act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, she has to do the Etch-a-Sketch, shake your head and make that go away.
Because you're still not in a bad spot. You're up one with hammer here. This isn't bad. It was just disappointing.
That's right, yes. Well, and like I said, she did gift that deuce. Now, we wouldn't be saying all of that stuff had she made her shot, but certainly she chose a shot that had a little bit more difficulty than it probably needed to have.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's the way the 9-mil bar crumbles.
Well, and I mean, far be it from any of us to tell a thrower what they need to throw. I mean, if you're feeling it, you throw what you're feeling. And I know I think a lot of times you skip around shots that you don't necessarily like to throw, or I know that a lot of times when you don't feel you have draw weight in your back pocket, I mean, you skip around having to throw the draw.
Oh, I have a friend of mine who will do anything in his power to avoid throwing it.
Yeah. Yeah, those are kind of conversations that you usually have before the game in the competitive circuit. If you ever come down to last rock, would you want your opponent throwing a draw or a hit? Can sometimes take away some excess conversation when there doesn't need to be conversation. You already know predetermined what you'd rather have the opposition throwing.
It is Christine Gamble trying to remove some granite. Gets 1, 2, and 3 of them, though, Ben. And that changes the landscape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty good throw, and result was sufficient. She's now got both sides open.
That's important. Always make sure you have a way in.
Yeah, sometimes those corner guards get in the way of even drawing, and that's why they really are. Their placement is so important.
Comes right on down, and it is Thevenot sitting 3.
Yeah, I could see Dave sitting in the hack licking his chops right about now. I like these.
Well, I find it interesting. I don't know if I necessarily would be throwing the too high of a hard one, honestly, at this. But definitely options here.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, both sides are open. Now they're going to talk about it. I think that Jenna decided that she might want to try and slosh that in and make the double that way and roll over to the wings. And I think the thrower kind of likes that out turn, make the double and roll the other way, potentially behind that corner guard.
probably a little bit easier, and it certainly looks better from the hack to go that way.
Yeah, visually it looks more natural for sure.
So the jury has reached a verdict, and it looks like
that's right.
Gamble has won here, and it's going to be more of a quiet weight, shuffly kind of shot. That's a new technical term.
I'm just gonna
here.
say, like you even have your own words that you're gonna have to throw out definitions for.
We like to call this a jostle.
Dear, I love all the nuances of curling and the people that play it. She could ever hit a half a rock here, she could get the roll, but it doesn't look like she's going to get half a rock. Looks like she's going to get more on the nose.
Don't think that was the best leave. So look at it there now. It's Thevenot sending shot and third. The Enge stone is sitting there wide exposed.
Yeah, that's probably where Jenna says to Christy, I liked my shot better.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you throw the challenge flag, you video replay better be on your side.
Yeah.
To make this hit, needs a Scotia roll. Not going to get it.
Now you can maybe get your own roll and get underneath that.
The first indication is they want to throw the double here, and I guess you can like that.
Yeah, I'd be so inclined to play roll all day, and I would be very open to throwing like a board control weight shot.
Now, this is more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Coming on down, got to make it curl a little bit. Onto the rocks, bang, and you nuzzle it over. You can hit that one pretty thick.
Mm-hmm. It did stay for second shot, which is good.
Yeah, it'd be a long way to dig it from the intern side.
Yeah. And the outturn side doesn't work.
Yeah, the outturn side is going to jam all day and probably tomorrow.
Yeah, if I were a betting man, I'd go with that.
So, what do you think of that? Draw up on top of it and set up a different angle to it.
Yeah, that yellow double is pretty easy as it sits now, so you probably want to take that away in some fashion, whether that's an intern draw and chap and lie behind the red one.
I think what we're going to see is a corner freeze in that one of the top four.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'm Team Thevenot, I'm not overly ecstatic about where the placement of the rocks are, so I'd like to move that top one a little bit.
Ooh. Sneak right through the hole and you lie 1-2.
Mm-hmm. That was more or less the shot I liked, except I was planning on going off the yellow top one there to get there. as ideally it would be. I think she can make this double on the 2 on the 4 foot.
Right.
And that yellow rock that's just outside the 4 foot is gonna, the shot rock will catch the back of that rock. I think she can probably sit 2 after this.
Could you come with it from the out turn and make all 3?
The out turn.
Like they're pointing at, like they just did?
I don't see the... Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, now I see what you mean. I think you got to play the in.
Well,
and I say that only because, I mean, it goes without saying, you got to get past the top red one. But I mean, that should be the line call. Like, I think if you get by the top red one, like you're good. You're gonna make that double. And like I say, the shooter is gonna catch the back of that yellow one and probably stay for 2. She may be trying to, hit off of the one outside the 4 foot. I'm not sure.
Here goes Barber.
This has got a curl.
Try and work it over right now. It's got way too much of that yellow.
Yeah.
And it's going to get there, going to roll underneath, and that leaves some very interesting angles, but still Team Thevenot sitting 1-2. So now you come back, and my question for you, Terry, is do you have enough room past that long center to pop it there? And if you do you get enough energy? Probably not. But what do you like? You could just draw around the whole mess.
I like the guard, yeah. And when I say guard, I'm not talking about way out front for sure. I mean, I think that that yellow one that's sandwiched in between the red and yellow, really the only way that's going is if you're hitting, and I don't think it's going very far, would be on the out turn side. So I like this thing, just short of the rings, tight, or just on top of the 12 foot there, or in the 12 foot, I guess. Oh wait, this is Thevenot's shot, is it not? Oh, I just see 3 red rocks on Enge, so okay, that's what confused me. Sorry. There we go. Now we're all set now.
I know math is hard.
Well, I just counted the little red dots, and there was 3 red dots and 2 yellow dots, and I'm going, geez, I didn't think Enge was throwing, but it's corrected now, so we're all good, and I'm kind of good, so.
So we're going to get the guard that you want here.
Yeah.
First stone from Ashley Thevenot. Seemed to like the weight, just kind of cleaning it. It's really tight to the guard. It's going to end up...
It over curled really on them.
I would say so.
Yeah.
So how can you make some hay here? You're going to have to start moving those yellows.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit what you can see of that yellow, and it'll be Ashley Thevenot that's going to be sitting 1. She'll likely guard. But at least, yeah, then there might be opportunities here.
What if you hit all you can see of the red in the 4-foot?
Well, I mean, you could try that. You're hitting it so thin that it won't have a whole lot of energy. I'm not sure that that yellow one goes very far. Oh, she got that out.
Either way, here's Jenna Enge. On and off now. Trying to bring it in.
Nice.
And they catch that yellow in the back. So it's now just Thevenot sitting 1.
Now, given the situation that that exists now, well, there we have a dog that likes to bark. But given the situation you have now if you hit what you can see of that red one, that yellow one's going to move far enough that you could be left sitting 2. So she has to be very careful here, because I think the same situation exists on the other side. I mean, if you can hit what you can see, you can get 2. This is kind of a pick your poison, I guess. If the guard's the choice, I mean, I would definitely play this turn.
Well, if you ever had to come up with a good one, you have to do it now.
Yeah, I think you can err on the side of being a little full and enticing them maybe with a hole there to go between versus over curling it.
So Ashley Thevenot with her final in the 3rd. Looking to secure those 2 that she has in the rings and make it so difficult on Jenna Enge. Coming on down now. Just stop. All you got to do is stop. The rock needs to stop. It's not listening.
Oh, dear.
Now. Okay.
It's good, though. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It did the job.
Yep. You can see that little sliver on the outturn side. And I think
she's going to give it a go. Why not?
Yeah. Final stone, if you can get a dandy here, you're going to get a deuce. It's going to have to be beautiful.
Yeah, your choices are, throw it a little harder and takes very little ice, which is what she's opted for. Or, giving yourself a little bit more ice, throwing it a little less, with a little less weight, and and leave it to your sweepers.
So Jenna Enge, final stone, end number 3. Looking to skinny both of these guards. Are on it right out of her hand.
She never
It's got a chance. It's got a chance. Get past it.
Yeah, she never got out to it.
Yeah, never got out to it. Looked like for a second they were going to be able to back it up. But to steal 1 yellow, and we're tied up after 3. We'll be back from Martensville after this.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Back here of a tied-up affair at 3. We're in the fourth end. It's Jenna Enge with the hammer throwing the red stones. And Terry, we have a lot of action. Why don't you bring us up to date on some of it?
All right, in Penticton at the New Floors Penticton Curling Classic, we got some really wild games going on here. We just lost the page there. So we have Connor Dean from New Westminster, BC, with a 4-2 lead over Takamaya Maeda. Then we're into some rather blowout games. Kevin Cooey got 4 in the third end, 3 in the fourth end, and is leading 7-0 over Evan Van Amsterdam from Edmonton, Alberta. We have Reed Crothers, whose game against Jared Kolomaya is over. Reed Crothers wins in 5 ends 7-1. We've got Glenn Venance from Penticton. He's got a 3-1 lead over Daniel Casper from Minnesota. We've got Scott Howard, who has scored a 3 and a 5, and that game is now over after 5. He beat Rob Nobert 8-1. And Mike McEwen has played 5 ends and completed his game against Jeff Richard, winning 6-1. And that gets you caught up in Penticton.
And you can stay caught up. Just go on to curlingzone.com. We make it really easy. They're all there on the left-hand side, along with any links to any feeds that we have available. You can click and get linked right to the YouTube feed right here.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Yeah, back here. So it was the right call for the last shot. We were just questioning the weight choice in between ends.
Yeah, certainly the option was there to, play at board weight. Those rocks were pretty much all touching. So, and you only had to move it, a 1.5 feet. So, yeah, we both, I think, thought that the less weight shot was probably more manageable. And while we're just talking about the game here, also on the ice right now, Nancy Martin is up on Christy Watling 3-0. She's stolen those 3 points. Amber Holland and Michelle Englot have traded 4 enders, but Amber still leads 5-4. And we've got Eubene Park in a 1-1 game with Jolene Campbell.
I hear you right. They traded 4 enders?
They traded 4 enders.
You don't say that often.
Nope. Amber scored 4 in the second to take a 5-0 lead, and then Michelle come right back and said, I see your 4 and I'll raise you 4.
And we have this end a little bit more relaxed, so to speak.
Yeah, no stress yet.
We've seen them change, so I change my words. I choose my words carefully here.
Good shot. Hit and roll into the middle. This would be Christy Gamble's second shot.
It's on the way as we continue to go up and down the sheet here in the fourth.
Now, unlike last weekend, we have no time clocks here.
That is true. Last week we did have the time clocks there, but here they're free to take as long as they like. Now, in your experience in these cash spiels, what's the line on what is considered reasonable?
You have to ask the curlers. I mean, I guess I was known for being a little slow, and a lot of that was very deliberate. I knew the curlers who were a little impatient, and so as part of gamesmanship, I guess, I kind of dawdled a little bit. But I mean, I think we all would agree. I mean, you should be able to play a game in 2 hours. But it's funny because that said, I mean, last year at the club they had a bell, and so once the bell goes, you could finish the end you were playing plus one more. And I mean, there were so many times last year that we didn't even come close to finishing a game, and it was actually quite frustrating. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's club curling, and but nobody is ready to throw when it's their turn. I mean, you get control of the house, and then you stand around for 40 seconds every shot waiting for a guy or if you're playing mixed, a girl or a guy, to get the rock out, then clean it, then stand up, then shuffle their shoulders, and then wipe off their slider. It's rather frustrating.
It does take away from the flow of the game for sure.
Yeah.
I actually had a friend of mine who plays with me, and he had a reputation, still has a reputation of being a little bit of a slow skip, but as skips, we always thought he was a slow thrower, and he admitted to watching a live stream replay at one point, and he just actually yelled at his television, "Throw the stupid rock already!"
Oh, dear.
So at least he's aware of it now.
Yes. I won a game at the provincials several years ago because the other team ran out of time.
That is not something that happens very often.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, I've watched enough of Kevin Cooey's games, and I mean, I've seen him throw with 1 and 2 seconds left. But yeah, highly abnormal to kind of run out of time.
Right there on the beak. I'd like to thank all the sponsors of this event, the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitation, Churchill Brewing Company here, Martensville Building and Home Supply, Redline Harley Davidson, all supporting the events.
Yeah, without them, these events don't happen like this. And I'd be shocked if Gerry at Curling Zone doesn't have some form of sponsorship in this as well.
Well, it is the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational.
Exactly. Exactly. I just trying to make sure we got him in there.
Oh, absolutely. We're proud to be a part of it.
Yep, he does a lot for curling. So we continue our stress-free end here, Dave.
Absolutely. I mean, just the biggest stress is going to be wondering out what our next snack is in between draws.
That's right.
So for me, it was a grilled cheese sandwich, cheddar with some homemade coleslaw and pickles. And you went with the smoked meat.
Smoked meat on rye, yeah, exactly. And fries.
So we'll bring another one in, put it into just a little bit of a different place.
Mm-hmm. This is, as they say, it's motoring along.
And it's gonna skitter all the way out of the house, but still in play. So, well, you might as well try to freeze to it.
Yes. No harm in trying that.
So the idea is to come right on down to that one, make it as tough as possible for your opponent to blank. And there's not much give there because the rock's almost out of play anyway.
Yeah.
Also, you'll notice that that's almost feel like I'd expect more ice there.
Yeah.
But let's see. This one on the way from Ashley. Trying to lock onto the one in the back.
This looks close. I got 14.6, so
14.6, pretty close to the weight we're looking for.
Yeah, got to go a little bit, but it's over curling. You were right, Dave. They needed just a tad bit more ice.
So now this should be a somewhat easier blank. Never want to say it's straightforward, but this is at least tangent.
Yeah, and I've noted that's twice in one game that you've been right, so we're looking up here.
And I'm wasting it.
I know!
I need to be right on a really complicated shot. Final stone of 4. Trying to get the blank and hold on to that hammer for 5. Enge on the way down. This needs to be swept or it's going to be on the nose, and it's not a blank, it's the force. And our streak of cursing them is intact. It's a single point, 4-3 after 4. We'll be back here on Curling Stadium.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Make clients.
We're back here in end number 5, and we thank all of our clients joining us here and all of our guests on the air here from Martensville at the Curling Stadium. Martensville Invitational. I'm Dave Schmel, and he's Terry Corbin, and we are having fun with you today. And we are on a good run with jinxing those blank ends.
Yeah, that's not the first one we jinked, is it?
So it will give Thevenot the hammer here. I'm just going to say she wanted to score in 4 so she could force and have the hammer in 6.
That's right. I would go with that as if I were you.
So that yellow guard's on the rings a little bit, but we're going to come all the way around here, around the outside.
I like this, yes.
Yeah, absolutely, around the outside. Around the outside.
Around the inside, yes.
And that's as close as I will ever come to being the real Slim Shady. This one's going to make its way around the guard, and that weight is really nice. It comes right there to the top of the 4. Well thrown stone by Emily Blaze.
And Team Thevenot is not going to engage in any party type atmosphere here. They're going to use their own to remove that red rock.
On it with concern. Can't touch the red. There you go. You got that one. And do you spin it onto the rings? You left a nice corner guard. Pretty good outcome.
Yeah.
Because even if you whiskered it, you would have brought the no tick rule into play.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I thought she may ignore and go right around as well. This one's really trying to come over.
Campbell gets it there. Gonna roll wide open, but not too bad.
That leaves the front one still there.
Left one, and not really much of a danger of Thevenot coming underneath her own corner here. That'd be a stupid good roll. Yeah, Taylor Stremick.
Pretty much a nose hit.
And now we're going to get that hit in the big roll.
Yep. A lot of house to roll too. 9 to 10 feet anyway. This is where I find a lot of times teams, talk, "Ooh, she almost went down," but where teams just talk about a hit and roll, and again, not looking for exact rolls. It's just, they talk about, we got the whole house to roll to. Well, yeah, you do, but what do you want to make?
And well, she just tripped on the center line there
again.
That's okay. No harm, no foul. Just a couple smiles there.
Team Thevenot trying to remove that shot that was just thrown. Changing turn. She's throwing the out turn at it. Looks pretty good.
Does look good indeed. It's going to get a hit. Not all the roll, though, so neither team's getting all the roll they want here, partner.
I know. Now, speaking of jinxing everything, certainly the roll's a little easier to call now. You only need to move it 1.5 feet.
That's why I tell people at the club all the time, hit and roll. Oh, yeah, that's it. Just, you realize that that's not always easy.
Yeah, I know.
These teams make it look easy.
Some do. I mean, brushing, this is a big roll.
That's going to be a great big roll, but that you can make that work too.
Oh, yeah. No, that's exactly it. It's in behind cover. She would like it even more if she had the hammer, but...
An acceptable outcome for sure.
Yeah. It kind of dictates this call too. They're really not taking a lot of ice for the inside-out draws.
No, I was just going to think that, but that would mean I might be right 3 times in one game.
Yeah, no. Slow down, Dave. Slow down. Take your medication. Now, she certainly wasn't tight out of the house or out of her hand.
Now we're on it now. It doesn't look light. That's the biggest thing right now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna meander back and find a home. In the back 12, it's still red line shot. A little bit of an unforced error there.
This allows Jenna to try and get one behind that guard of hers out front.
You do that, you're on your way to Forceville. Which is located just outside of Biggar.
Really? Huh. That's good to know. This has got a little bit of mustard on it too.
Oh, I was hoping that Wikipedia would say there was a Forceville. The best I can do is a whole bunch of Forestvilles. Now, being behind the tee line, gotta have a talk about it. And
yeah,
why don't we talk about it too, buddy?
Okay. You know, if she comes down to it, I mean, certainly there's lots of room for then Team Enge to come down and really shrink the rings. Um, I, but I mean, you know, you really do want to be shot after this. You don't want to play a kind of a quiet shot and roll and not be shot. It just allows them to come back in and underneath that.
The angles are perfect for the raised double, but there'd be no reason ever to throw that.
That's right. I think, you know, for the most part, the important item here is conveying to the sweepers whether you want to go top 4 or top button, or whether you want them to, you know, take it right back and freeze it. Now, a lot of that communication will need to also be provided by the vice. She'll need to let the sweepers know if the line's good or not, but it's really imperative that the sweepers know where we're trying to put this, whether we're just trying to get shot top button, or whether we're trying to freeze this right back to the shot stone.
On the way, the brushers seem to be quite happy with the weight thus far. This is gonna be really close to good. Got to get by the guard. You do. Now, do you carry it deep enough?
No.
Oh, you're just a hair light.
Yeah, not the greatest outcome.
They're just going to follow it down and make it better.
Yeah, I think so. Try and beat her to the button.
Yeah, you surprised you don't not throw in the out turn. Looks like past the guards is easier.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
but you just watched this one, so.
Yeah, and you kind of watched it, the last 2 shots. So, I mean, this makes sense to my eye. Know the ice. The communication on weight should be there, and so yeah, it really does make sense that they throw this shot.
Here's Jenna Enge with her first in the 5th, looking to put Thevenot in a world of hurt right now with a good one here.
Yeah. Again, looks like it's got plenty of weight.
Just been some heavy dusting. It's not light.
Yeah, you might want to get that pack past that rock.
So, we got one team throwing too heavy, another team throwing a little bit too light.
Mm-hmm.
If we put them together and had orange rocks, they'd probably be perfect.
That's right. And it's interesting now, you know, you pointed this out on the last shot, that we are switching now to the out turn. This must also suit her eye a little bit better as well.
So now I think you would want to be someplace where you leave yourself room for a second one, but certainly shot.
Yeah. She's elected to play the out turn again. Top of the button would be a great spot, I would think.
Ashley Thevenot with her first to 2 here in the 5th. This one has to come. It does not look light.
Starting to go now. It's starting to go now.
Line's getting really good now. Can you finish it off? Can you finish it off? Can you get all the way in there?
Yeah.
You got there for a shot, and that's a really nice angle.
Yeah, that really is. Well done. Well managed by the sweepers, too. I don't think sweepers get enough credit. I mean, they certainly get lots of blame when they oversweep. But man, oh man, good sweeping is a real team strength if you have it.
You're not making that shot without it, that's for sure.
Well, you're not making a lot of shots without it.
So Enge trying to just kind of work in there with a delicate weight and move it a little bit and roll just a touch towards center.
Yeah, this
looks to be a little bit heavy.
Yeah, it's more line than than Ashley had. Yeah.
And that is going to be right past him.
Now you just throw the same shot and take your 2 and play 6.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if anything crazy is there. I don't see it.
Nope. Nada.
Zilch.
You betcha.
So, final stone upcoming. Just need to come on down to your own. The full 4 will do it.
Yep.
Ashley Thevenot, final rockin' 5.
The sweeper should, at this point in time, let the vice know whether they need that red one or not.
Trying to carve it over. They might just need it.
Rolling off of it. Yeah, they're fine. Great. Good job.
And they get their dues. 1 for sure. Quick look. Might be closer than we thought.
Wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, because it looks all day like that's good for a deuce.
And we are probably going to put a stick to these. Nope, there you go. The deuce is there. So it's 5-4. We'll be back with the 6-10 right after this. You're watching Curling Stadium.
Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just 1 more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
And we're back here at number 6 in Martensville. It's the Curling Stadium Martensville Invitational. Happy to have you with us here on this Saturday. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Terry Corbin. Gerry and Cailey are on the production, and you're with us wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. So after that deuce, which didn't always look to be certain. Enge has the rocks here, the hammer here in 6.
Yeah, trailing 5-4 now after scoring a big 3 in the first end. Throwing up the corner guard.
And we have the center guard followed by 1 in. It's a pretty standard opening here. And speaking of openings, I was on vacation and I played and I set out the chessboard and I started playing chess after somebody sat down and asked me to a game, and after I went through my first few moves, he said, I'm unfamiliar with that opening. I'm like, you think I'm good enough at this game to know the openings?
Yeah, I didn't know I had to follow a template.
I won, by the way.
Oh, good. You baffled them right off the bat.
Hey, if you can't dazzle them with your brilliance, you should baffle them with your bull bleep.
That's right. Oh dear. So Team Jenna trying to go around this corner guard that they threw up. I mean, the only problem with the corner guard, it is a long corner guard. This may even come out the other side. I'm not sure. Nope.
No, that's pretty good. Right on the edge of the quill.
That's right. Team Thevenot is going around their own center guard.
Looks like we had a bit of a positive ad there.
Yeah.
A little more than we've seen.
Again, this is humming.
Just like I said, it looked like she popped it. Maybe it make a liar out of me and it slows down, but I don't think so.
Well, it's going to slow down because all rocks slow down eventually. Dave, just throwing that out there to you. But it's behind the tee line.
It's now indicating that hack weight. And we have Christine Gamble trying just to jostle these some. Got to hurry to get past the guard. We are all over the guard.
Yeah.
Ooh, and tapped your own out. Left there's undercover. What else could have not been good there? That's pretty much A, B, and C, and now this one just biting the rings is going to go away, and Thevenot is going to try to lie 2 buried.
Yeah, sometimes teams get in a hurry to sit 2, and I'm not sure that she needed to sit 2 this early in the end. Well, you did. You gave me a break. I'm going to give you a break right back. Wow.
Indeed. So.
Wow.
Now, how do you best take advantage of that break there?
Yeah.
Let's see what we see here. Take a look at it again.
Yeah, she just whiskers that. Takes her own out.
And it's wicky whack and womp womp.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she can probably... Well, she can get to the nose. We know that. But she got that out, too. She's on the right on the nose. She does sit too, but I mean,
trying to curl it over, and this is going to jam all day on her own.
God, I don't want it. You take it.
So another opportunity for Thevenot to dispatch a Red Rock, and any hope of a deuce is starting to go away. The thing you have going if you're throwing red is that you have those two catchers in the back.
Yeah, they're behind the tee line. They could be used for sure.
And you have what is a very long guard, but still a guard. And a lot of guards have proven to be just in the right place this end.
That's a much better throw.
There's a hit and a decent roll.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that one.
That's right.
Now I think you got to draw around the whole shooting match here.
Well, I'm going to say, do you?
Okay, well, or you can throw on the outturn side and get to someplace pretty good, probably. Work your way around that guard.
I think Jenna would really like to play kind of that hack weight, come through the hole, see if she can't potentially just squeeze that by the top one, and maybe even get a little bit of a roll inside. She doesn't have to roll it much. Again, this seemed to get out there.
This one's going to have to curl. It's got to curl if it's ever going to get
go
by. Now they got to pass the one through the hole on the one and move it over, and that's a pretty great result there. But you can see a lot of it.
For sure.
And here comes Brittany Tran. Gonna try to align the cards back in their favor here. But you got to make it first. This is a nice release.
This has a little bit more weight than that last one.
Passed it no problem. Yes, sir. And now they lie to 3.
Yeah, now we're back to trying to decide whether you want to go through that hole again and try and get it behind that guard. You certainly need half of the 8 foot. She also is looking at the double. I'm not a fan of the double.
She just tapped for the draw too.
Yeah, and so she's got all her T's crossed. Now she just got to choose one. I do like that as the shot.
It's fine when she wants to call it, but not when I want to. I see how it is, buddy.
Oh, dear, you're on to me. You're on to me.
Okay, buddy.
I think this is, I guess, arguably the shot.
Now here's Brett Barber.
I have to go on this.
It is not heavy
Really
for sure. It's really curling, and it is really light. Now, I think the draw's coming for darn sure now.
Yeah, you were even money on that one.
I think I was 3-5.
Well, okay, you're giving yourself a little bit more credit than I was, but that's okay. Yeah, shot selection here was pretty obvious, I think.
Especially now you have that corner hook up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Make a good one here. It's going to be really tough for Jenna Enge possibly to even score.
That's what we saw down here too.
It'll certainly leave a tough draw.
Yes, definitely will.
This one needs to put on the blinker and make a turn. Coming over now, but it's not going to come over far enough. Okay. This is the end that nobody wants, Terry.
That's right. You know, it's funny that you put it that way, because I was thinking the same thing, you know, like you had a couple of shots there that, you know, you think, oh, advantage Enge. Oh, wait, no. She didn't want it. Advantage Thevenot. No, she didn't want it either. Back to Enge. So, yeah, this has been a really weird end of lack of execution, and the lack of execution has really let the other team not only off the hook, but in a position to, you know, turn the tide here, and they failed to do it. So this is a draw for one.
Well, it will be soon. This is a draw to line one, because we're back at deuce right now.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
But you were sounding really good.
Well, you know, I thought if I talked a little while that we'd be down to the last rock.
All right, can Enge put it there? We're going to get past the guard. Now do we bury anything, even maybe a little piece, a little shred? Well, we're on the lid.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, but can make it better.
Oh, yeah, no, she's got a chance to remove it.
And obviously you don't want to remove it necessarily as much as you... Do you want to pick it out? I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the safest shot. Make her throw it again. I mean, you started the end, I would imagine, you know, even though it's the sixth end, you probably started with the ultimate goal of scoring two, but, you know, you don't have that possibility. So I think Team Thevenot would be okay with, you know, giving up one.
Final the 6 for the skipper. Looking to hold the line. It's going to be past the guard by a whisker, and away it goes. Take another look.
Watch her hand at release. Like,
yeah, it does look like she's just kind of throwing it out there. And it just whiskered by.
Yeah.
Great job by the sweepers to hold it on. So here we come. Now it's going to be the final stone of the sixth end.
like I said, draw for one. I just was ignoring those two shots.
Here. So you're one of those psychos. I mean, psychos.
Yeah. No, psychos. Yeah, that's it.
Final stone, end number 6. Gotta draw the 4 for a single.
And the sweepers are saying this has got a lot of weight.
It's got a lot of weight. It's got a lot of line. Starting to come in now, but will it slow down? Now you're going to give up a steal. Is it going to be 1 or 2? It's going to be a steal of 1 for Ashley Thevenot. And they'll take the 2-rock advantage. Enge will have the hammer in 7 when we return from Martensville.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
Your scores.
Okay.
Coming up back here in end number 7 from Martensville. It was an unexpected steal for Ashley Thevenot to end up with a 2-stone advantage. It's Jenna Enge. They're going to have the hammer here in 7th. Need to score. But lots of action here. And here's Terry to update you on it.
Yeah, most of these are finals. I think, only have one game going, and that would be Thevenot in the 8th end is up 4-3 against Casper from the United States. All these are finals. It's Dean over Maida 8-3, Cooey over Van Amsterdam 7-2, Carruthers over Columea 7-1. Howard defeated Nobert 8-1, and McEwen defeated Richard 6-1. And staying with Saskatchewan curling here, we have Holland up 6-5 on Englot. We have Campbell 6-2 over Park. And we have a final, Martin over Watling 8-1.
And we'd like to thank you all for joining us. I'm Dave Schmel. That was Terry Corbin. And we appreciate you guys all taking some time to join us here on this Saturday. Especially welcome to those of you who may have been watching some other games. We got curling for you all weekend long, and Jenna Enge, that whole end was just a series of missed opportunities.
Really was.
And the skipper's last draw came up just a little bit heavy, and with the steal, so it does leave them trailing by 2 here in the 7th.
Yeah, they're going to have to kind of pull out all stops here now. They really need a deuce. You want to kind of start the end looking for 3, I guess.
Well, those are both dead even. Which is good, but I'm not so sure that they're not in the draw paths too.
Well, yeah. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Like the placement of these corner guards are so critical.
Yeah, it's not just a matter of lobbing one up there.
That's right.
Now Taylor Stremick throws that center nicely, and they lie one under cover. So we see the double peel and hoping to roll over and add another guard to that side.
I get it. It looks scary, but you threw those two corner guards up, and I'd be so tempted to go around one of them.
And it comes on through. It does not stay really guarding anything and leaves one hanging on in the back.
Yeah, I mean, you knew she was going to run up to that corner guard, well, one of them, and peel it. I don't think that was ever in doubt. So I'm not sure why, I think that was always going to be her call, so you don't need to, worry about going behind a corner guard and her trying to, block your path to rocks that might be on the center line. She was never going to throw that shot, I don't think.
And now you have to keep on building and put a guard back there.
Yeah. And that was the call.
And it's going to be the outcome. So how many more of these do we do until they think of something else?
I'm done. Yeah. I'm either going around that corner guard or I'm going around their shot rock on wherever it is, top 4, top 8. I can't remember. Oh well,
that just
changed.
Wiki whacked on over. You couldn't even throw that if you tried.
I know, eh?
Just caught a sliver of it onto their own, but then conveniently undercover. But might be able to use it to your advantage if you can get it past that guard hard enough.
But really, if you're trying to score more than one, I would think you would really consider going around that corner guard.
So trying to just push it back, have that thrown rock be undercover by the time you're done. Okay, you made contact. Now, how far can you move it back? It's still going to be yellow line 1. Yeah. And we'll see how much coverage that red has. It is buried a little bit. but you can definitely still get to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll play it tight enough that if they are going to err anywhere, it'll be they tick the guard over.
Would he ever just make the peel of the guard be the shot? Well, maybe they will.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is, you know, where you're kind of directing the shot that you're trying to hit, because it could go into the red, and depending on where it gets hit, could remain in play.
Here's Brittany Tran looking to peel it off.
Yeah,
and it goes away just like a Post-it note.
Yeah, see, I mean, I really think she needs to go in behind that corner guard. That'd be a way of trying to establish a 3.
Or at least I hope at a 2.
Well, yeah.
You're not doing yourself any favors by grouping your stones. There you go.
Hey, yeah.
Brett comes down and says, "Yeah, you should. I think we should put it there." Why not?
That's right. Yeah, if you can ever wiggle a 3 out of this.
Well, that's a lot of wiggling.
Well, that's true. But it does start with one good shot.
That's right, Brett Barber. This is the shot she wanted. Always helps.
This thing's really diving, man. Look at that. Like, I don't know whether it's just light.
They do get it by. Wow. What a scrub. Now, can they get it deep enough into the rings? All right. They have 2-3 now.
Yeah, come out the other side, but I mean, now she's at least forced Team Thevenot to, by the looks of it, play on that shot that they can see.
And without a good roll.
Yeah.
Two's around, and then maybe you might be able to wiggle out your 3.
Well, and I mean, let's not forget those 2 rocks are behind the tee line, and when that happens, like, there's jam possibilities. So, given what we've seen, it's not beyond the real world for this thing to jam somewhere. And again, if she hits and, you know, rolls out, now you've got a rock behind the corner and a shot rock on the 8-foot behind the tee line. I might be tempted to, if that were the case in this scenario, I might be tempted to kind of go around that corner guard again. This is about trying to build an end. Knowing full well that you might not get a lot of cooperation from the other team, but
Ashley Thevenot playing on the empty stone, open stone.
Mm-hmm.
Hits it and rolls. Now, where do you come to? Okay, so you came there to the top 4, and now she is gonna. I think she's going to play on that and come under cover.
I like that one versus the second one. No. I like the first one, I told you. They are going to try and roll towards the what will be shot stone.
So this is more of a play to try to get 2, whereas the other way you're maybe can work a 3.
I mean, I would think. I mean, by rolling over to that side, certainly again you put the possibility of a jam in play, but
Jenna Enge with her first in the 7th. This one is going to come across. Can they hold it? Curling a mile. Now go the other way with it. Okay. Well, they gave you your shot anyway, Terry.
Well, thank you. Because, I mean, that is a really good roll. This really puts 3 in play.
You had to lie 2 here with no double available. There's a good look at it. So,
and I mean, this is where you get into overthinking shots too. You know, like, well, we don't want to put it here, and we don't want to put it here because that leaves a double. And next thing you know, I mean, if you're not clear in your head, and everybody's on the same page, this is where things can go awry.
I think if you just draw to the feather, right?
Yeah.
There you go, right there. That's fine.
Yep. I mean, ultimately, you know, if you were going to score 3, you needed a miss here. So, I mean, we're down to Skip's last rock. So this is where you, I guess, wish really hard for that miss.
So Ashley Thevenot looking just to lie 1-2, really good to put the force on. So she can have the hammer up 1 coming home. There. It's escorting it down here. It's got plenty of line to work with. No problem there. Just make the weight right. Don't leave a double.
And it's short.
It is short. And there you go, buddy. We have a hit and stick opportunity for 3.
And again, I mean, this opportunity comes with no real warning. Certainly, Team Thevenot was looking like they were in pretty good shape throughout the end.
When we talk about tolerance, there was almost 8 feet of tolerance there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, before she threw it, I was going to say, you know, she's got 6 feet to work with, and I mean, that should really be, I don't want to say routine, but, you know, with your brushers and whatnot, that's very makeable. We've seen a lot of shots this weekend where the draws have, you know, not been a strength of either of any of the teams really that we've called games for.
Here's the final stone and 7 for Jenna Enge. Needs a hit and stick. Now just hold it there, and hang on. Yes, you do. And you count 1, 2, and 3 stones. And you're up 7-6. Headed to the 8th end. We're going to have a big finish. Stay tuned. You're watching Curling Stadium.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Back here, it's the 8th end. Thevenot has the hammer after Enge put up a 3 spot right out of nowhere.
Now, Dave, do you think that's touching the center line, that guard?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go take a look at it. I think they know. I do think it is.
Yeah, do you? I was just a little blurry. I couldn't see it.
Of course, that's important because we play the no tick rule. So if any of those first free guards are touching the center line, you cannot remove it. Although, one thing is to me is interesting because I know it looks like here that there's 3 pieces of yarn for the center line, which a lot of ice makers like. Is it the furthest outside piece of yarn, or is it the one right in the middle?
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Because there are clearly 2 pieces of yarn there.
Yeah. Maybe
if Cailey wants to zoom in on the center line at some point where we can see it. That one comes right back button.
Oh, look at this. Your wishes.
Yeah, so there you go. You can see it. Right there in the 8 foot, you get a good look there. The center line is made up of a couple pieces of yarn, so interesting rules question, which I don't know the answer to. I'm assuming it's the outside piece of yarn, just because any vertical line in curling, if you touch any part of it, it counts as a line.
Well, and some places have like where it's actually 3 strings. Well,
I know.
You got the 2 black one and like the green one in the middle. Like, so yeah, that's a really good question. Maybe
I know exactly who I can ask too.
I was just gonna say maybe we could ask Mr. Geurts to.
I'm gonna ask.
Oh, you're gonna ask somebody that knows.
I'm gonna ask a level 4 official.
Oh dear, good shot.
Was a very good shot. I'll get an answer to that before the next game. This is more important right now. This one is heavy, and it's wide.
Well, that would be a bad combination. The weight looks pretty good. It's the line that didn't look great, but it's really come down and grinded to a halt.
Yeah, they didn't look like they wanted to touch it, so I'm really surprised by how high it ended up being. But so Thevenot sits shot. Needing to score a deuce to win it here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think those red ones are really your friends. I might be tempted to try and run the red into the red. That doesn't look like she's tempted to do that at all.
Yeah, just straight peel on order, or yep.
If this is a peel, it's a rather dainty peel.
But it gets it done regardless.
It does. Yeah, it's an outcome sport, so. As soon as I see this shot, I just think, like, if you're looking for an inside roll, why don't you play nose and get rid of them both? And if that's not going to be the outcome, you can always play the roll as a secondary shot.
Yeah, it certainly does make sense that you would want to kill them both when you had the chance. And this one needs to curl a good deal. It's quiet, but
gonna be close.
Coming up, now we're on the center line. Now we're on the other piece of yarn of the center line, and we got one of them. I have my inquiries made with parties that will know. So what do you like?
Yeah, what do I like? I guess I like probably half a rock with board weight on the yellow, and then I turned around and went, yeah, that's maybe a little one shot too early. I kind of might like rolling this onto the rings.
Obviously, we saw opportunity come so quickly, so you're certainly still thinking about scoring two.
Yeah, yeah.
Will you feed that dog already? So now for NG, it's going to be a draw right on down to the shot stone, trying to close up the scoring area. Here's Barbara with that shot. Now, right about here, this is where we see it take the curl. It's on the curl now. We just need to work it over. Probably a pound heavier than you like, and oh, you skittered past it. So it does leave Thevenot line on the button, and it's probably not going anywhere. The question is, how do you get to? And I think your first thought would have to be to come right on down to the nose here, and you can lie two right now if you wanted to. But the question is, what do you leave? There is the slight possibility of Jenna playing a bit of a around the world shot there and coming back up to get you. But I would think he just...
Do you know
Get
what
there.
the call is?
I just think she just called to peel her own or run it straight back, which I don't like. I mean, it's maybe it leads to something I don't see, but I don't know how releasing it off the red helps you right now. And if you let them do it to you, I don't know. That's, as you said before, this is a dainty weight.
Yeah, I'm still playing for 2 here if I'm them, and she's trying to run that thing straight back, and I think she's okay with it going into the pile. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. In the pile it goes. Now you might be at a point where Enge finds a way to maybe play for an extra here.
Mm-hmm.
Keep our streak alive.
That's right, yes. I mean, if you could walk it down, I wouldn't be upset with an angle freeze.
I think they're considering that. I think they gotta do that with just a little tap to get it off the back red so they could throw a blast maybe a little bit later. Because now it is wide open because Thevenot did it for you.
Right. But I don't think you want to move it where you're no longer sitting second shot, because that.
No, I'm saying just like an inch.
Oh,
just so that they have room to go and want to go. I'll put it that way.
This has got to settle. Jeez, this can't be heavy, and it is.
Geez, Murphy, here it comes on in. Gamble, they're going to play off the back one instead. And now you just gave a pocket.
We also gave them a double, and that you make the double, there's the catcher there on the side. So, I mean, probably sitting, well, you'll probably be sitting 3, but
yeah,
3's irrelevant, I guess, at this stage of the game. You need to score 2.
But having that extra one in there, can to make it that could possibly be the counter. And let's not forget, all the way up there at the top of the house, that could be a biter.
Of course you would go there.
So if you actually throw the triple, you're lying 4.
That would be true.
See a casual glance by the front end at it. Almost like you didn't want to call too much attention to it.
Yeah. Well, the hard part about, just lobbing one in there in the pocket is, if you're ever heavy at all and unlock that red one, then you might leave more options for Jenna Enge.
So here's Brittany Tran with her final of the 8th. Got to hold this one. This one is curling up a bunch. And they're going to be dead on the nose. They lie 2 at the moment. So, the call being made here is to hit and roll dead in front. And
yeah,
that's going to really make the ring small.
if you hit this high, I mean, you're going to unlock the red. That yellow probably isn't going out of the rings. You may leave yourself a tougher shot to try and hold them to one.
So Jenna Enge with her first in the 8th.
Well, that was a much better release than she had there the end before.
Trying to work it over. That's going to come up, and I think you're going to be relative.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think now you're all in on that double.
So hitting the one on the top 4 foot right there underneath the feather, and
it's just so tempting. I mean, I kind of like even just hitting the one that was just thrown and snuggling it over a lot closer to that center line.
do that, you can have nothing is without danger here.
Exactly. I mean, by doing that, you lose the back yellow one, which, again, you're not trying to score 3, but you want to leave yourself a shot for 2. And I think probably, the best way to leave yourself a shot for 2 is, might even be just to nose that thing and run it right through the hole. Because if you take that red one right out of play, just remove it from that sheet, and it was Jenna's shot. I mean, what's she going to play? She's going to play a hard, heater and try and get the red and the yellow to go.
Well, that's going to leave a hit back on the other red for 2, so that would never work.
Exactly.
Now you could looking at maybe snuggling in underneath there, try to set up all kinds of jams. Chime in with your opinion on the chat. Either way, it's going to be a tough proposition. Thevenot.
I'm not sure what she called, but
with this ice, I think we're just coming dead nose on the yellow. That's the weight we're throwing too, so I'm gonna try to come right on down and lie 2 after this. Gets it, plants it there.
I honestly don't get that shot, really.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult now. So take a look at the rings. It's Thevenot line 1st and 2nd. 3rd shot is clearly Enge's, but 4th shot is going to come into play right now. And is that yellow or red? Because depending on how hard you hit these, you might end up needing that rock.
Well, I hear what you're saying. I mean, there's no such thing as like an easy double. But if I had to have one, I mean, I wouldn't throw this away.
Yeah, for my money, it's yellow there for 4th.
You think it is? Yeah.
Yeah, that
okay.
last look we had it.
Did you? Okay. I think you make the double here, and I don't know how Thevenot is going to score 2 unless this shooter spills along when it spins.
Definitely going to be some action. Coming with a good amount of weight. Final stone of the 8th for Jenna Enge. Trying to make this double.
It's really close.
Holding it on the line.
Yep.
Bang, bang, away they
Yep.
go. And you lie.
Oh, it did roll.
No, it went too far. And we're going to have a chance, likely, at a nose hit for the win.
Yeah, watch this spin after it makes contact with the second rock.
I get the idea behind throwing that much weight because you want to make sure that they go. But that's the risk that comes, and they clearly think that I think they clearly think that it's them.
Say that again. I think they clearly think.
Final stone upcoming of the 8th. Hit and stay for 1 for sure.
Yep.
And then we'll probably get the stick out.
Yeah, let's start there. Let's
hit and stay first.
Yep.
Ashley Thevenot. Final stone of 8. Just a clean. Now a little carve, nothing crazy here.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Yeah.
We're through. So
yeah,
1 for sure. We got that. Now, who's it gonna be?
I don't think we need to worry about
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we can agree that that one doesn't mean anything. But thank you for checking.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's when you move it off as the opposition. They go, hey, wait.
So we're going to get the measuring device here, and if you've never seen it before, it's really simple. It's a micrometer on the end of a bar that we're just going to stick right in to the center hole pin.
Love the camera work.
And they have the accurate version of the dial indicator. It doesn't have the quite as big numbers on it, so
yeah, we may not get a good look at it. The needle, but
this is the one that we have at my club. So you just take one smooth motion and you go right over to the other one.
It's yellow.
And it is yellow, I believe. It looked like that.
It did.
We'll know if we're shaking hands.
And we are.
And we are. It's a score of 2 for Ashley Thevenot.
Oh, dear.
And they win this game by a score of 8-7. And Terry, I won't lie, there were moments where I questioned if anybody was going to win.
You're certainly right. Thank God for those last 2 ends. There some shots that created scenarios for a little bit of excitement, and that last end, I mean, it's what you feel comfortable with. I didn't like Jenna's choice of shots there. I think that that nose hit was probably a better result, but anyway, that's over now, and they can dissect the game later on tonight or tomorrow morning.
Well, we'll be back on the air at 7 o'clock Eastern time for the B qualifier. That's 5 o'clock local time. For right now, for Terry Corbin, Gerry and Cailey back in our studio, I'm Dave Schmel. I thank you so much for joining us. You've been watching Curling Stadium. Have a good day.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.